So it's not a secret how I feel about Gen Z. You know, these broke boys are in desperation mode right now. You have a lot of these people, especially from that generation, and they're furious and they're angry because men are calling them out. They're being called out for their degeneracy and their laziness. They made these choices. They made their beds. They knew that life was not going to be easy. They watched plenty of Friends. They love Friends. It tells you in the damn theme song, life is not always going to go your way. So, how the hell do you not understand that? This was a show from 30 years ago. So, don't act like it wasn't out there. They were told that the millennials got screwed going to universities and that their degrees were not helping them and that they were in job markets where the college degree had now become the new high school diploma and they were severely underpaid. They saw all of these things that happened to the millennials. They knew firsthand. They knew the real estate market was inflated. These good for nothings. There's no way they didn't know because they sit on their phones all day. So of course they had to be looking at home prices. And they were complaining about the boomers for years. These people are nostalgic for things 50 years ago. Guys, they're delusional. I'm beginning to think these people are little psychopaths. I'm not like, I am so serious. I don't think I'll ever like, I don't like them. I don't like them. I can't even use the words that I really want to use to say it here. Oh my gosh. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying these videos, make sure to hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe down below. And of course, members for the channel do get new videos early. If you'd like to learn more about that, click the join button down below this video. So, yeah, I mean, it's kind of ridiculous what we're seeing. I got a comment on one of my videos from one of these good for nothings. I want to share this comment, all right? Because these people are insane. They're insane. Look at this comment from this guy. I'm one of those Gen Zers. This is on my video. Gen Zers are passing away and becoming isolated. He goes, I'm one of those Gen Zers. It's not our fault. 100 years ago. Guys, they're lunatics. These people are psychopaths. I'm convinced they're all psychopaths. The vast majority of them are psychopaths. You have to be a psychopath to think this way. 100 years ago, in 1924, having a roommate you weren't related to wasn't normal. 100 years ago in 1924. Now you need 5 if you want to live. 100 years ago in 1924, you have to be a psychopath. Guys, they've been doing this. These people are psychopaths. All right? The first they started going back 20 years. All right? And saying life was better 20 years ago. Then they started going back 30 years and saying life was better 30 years ago. Then they started going back 40 years. Though life was better 40 years ago. Then they went back 50 years, 60 years, okay? 70 years, 80 years. Now these lunatics are in the 1920s. Nostalgic for life in the 1920s. 1920s, guys. Tell me, you cannot tell me that I'm wrong. You cannot tell me that I'm wrong. Everyone's complaining about these lunatics. These people are psychopaths. You cannot see they are psychopaths. They are. Listen to this idiot. I dropped out of school because I saw a world where rent goes up and jobs don't keep up. I was 13 when this started stressing me out. I'm 26 and I was right. He's one of the oldest of the Gen Zers. The oldest Gen Zers are 27. This guy might even be turning 27 this year. He's one of the oldest Gen Zers. I told you, the oldest of the Gen Zers are absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. They'll be 30 in just a couple of years. All right? More or less when the next PlayStation comes out within a year, give it 2 or 3 years, these people will be 30 years old. All right, give it a year or two. Give it a year or two, because they're the oldest of them are 27 now. The next PlayStation is supposedly will be out in the next 3 years, 2 to 3 years. Give it a year or so. These people will be 30 years old. All right, that's a PlayStation. I won't even be 45. I won't even be 45. I want you just to take that into consideration. These people are psychopaths. 100% psychopaths. Something has to be done about this. All right? Something has to be done. Dropped out of school. Saw this coming when I was 13 years old. This Joker is 26 years old right now. So he basically started giving up on the world 13 years ago. 13. All right? And he's complaining because he cannot enjoy life the way people did 100 years ago. These are lunatics. These are absolute and utter psychopaths. I have another comment here on the video. Gen Zers are passing away and becoming isolated. This is from another Gen Z. He says Gen Z is just straight up lazy and does not want to work. Exactly. They brought this all on themselves. I'm a baby millennial, so he's one of the youngest of the millennials. And I showed boomers, older millennials, and Gen X that I'm not afraid to work. I have never been interviewed by boomers. Gen X and millennials, middle and younger. Most millennials have and are mainly the ones gatekeeping jobs from people. Whenever a Gen X interviewed me, 9 times out of 10, I got the job. Only got the job from a millennial when they desperately needed workers and immediately would hire me on. I would work long shifts back to back on call or take shifts. It shocked a lot of Gen Xers that they would call me a hard worker and gave me more shifts. I would say a lot of that money up too. I would save a lot of that money up too. These days, it got to a point that they would tell me that I can work as long as I want and clock out whenever, and come in on my days off to work. I would go at my own pace, so I never ran out of work, never ran out of energy, and I would not run out of money that needs to be made. I guess I'm just built different. And I mean, he obviously still has some of the ideals from previous generations. This is just how life was back in the day. You made the best with what you had. If something wasn't working, you found something else that did. A lot Gen Z, as you can see, they planned. Guys, this was a plan. They planned it. They planned this. This is a scumbag generation. At 13 years old, he's 26 years old right now. Maybe he's going on 27. 26, he's one of the oldest of the Gen Zers. At 13, he already said the world was screwed and he was planning to be lazy. All right? All they want to do is eat, sleep, fart really loud. Okay? It could wake up the neighbors. That's how loud they're farting in their parents' basement. Play with themselves. All right? This is Gen Z. This is Gen Z. Eat, sleep, drink, smoke weed, fart, play games. You know, my gosh, get tatted up, get tattoos, do it all again the next day. All right? This is who they are. They're not good people. These are very, very bad people. These are bad people, man. Really, really bad people. You have to be so careful with these people. My gosh, awful, awful people. Lazy, lazy people. They had a plan from the very, very beginning. And you can see that these broke boys are in desperation mode right now. They're pissed off because they don't want to work. They want soft lives. They want everyone else to hand them everything. Everyone is going through hell right now, and all they're doing is blaming everyone for it. You did this. You did this. You everyone older than everyone who's older than a Gen Zer is a boomer, and we're all responsible for this hell on earth. While the boomers are all kicking up their feet and laughing at the rest of us, the actual boomers. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying the content on this channel, you want even more of this content, consider checking out the Men Walking Away channel where I release daily videos. There's a link to in the description of the video. Go check it out. Subscribe to the channel. Enjoy the content. Guys, what do you think regarding all of this? These broke boys are in desperation mode, and they want to blame everyone else because their lives aren't going the way they want them to, and they don't want to work very hard at anything because they don't want to adapt. They don't want to adapt to hard times. Hard times create, strong men. Strong men create good times. Good times create weak men, and weak men create hard times. You know, and this is the reality that we are living in right now. These are some weak muffins, all right? These are some weak muffins. They need to, we have there's a thing called a trash for a reason, all right? Because these people, they don't belong in society. They don't belong in society. Let me know your thoughts. Let's talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWM and walking away. And cheers.